Alright guys, it's almost dark. We've just ended our big weekend, and the other day Maya's horse got here. I told you we actually got 2 horses, and the other was, she's tall, so she couldn't fit in the trailer that we had, so she's actually being brought here right now, and it's almost dark, so I'm really excited. I hope the light holds out long enough for you guys to get to see her. Oh look, here comes Bosco running down the pasture. This is his friend. I bet he's gonna be super happy to see her. Listen to that sound. Oh, that was an abrupt stop. Lady. Hey, pretty girl. Breath smells good.
It smells good.
You caught a firefly?
It likes me. Okay.
The hammocks at sunset is one of my favorite places to be. Alright guys, it's the next morning. I did run out of light last night, as I suspected I would. And right now I'm gonna go out, turn some water on for the garden because it is a very warm day, and then we're gonna go in. Maya's gonna come out here and introduce you all to Miss Lady. Now this weekend we hosted a big event here. You may have seen some shares and stuff from other social media where I've been sharing people's photos and clips and stuff from the weekend. So just kind of to catch you up, I've been editing the footage all morning, and it's a lot to sort through, and I want to do the video justice of showing that. And also we're making a massive announcement here. It should be up tomorrow, the day after you see this video, but I wanted to put something up today because I have not posted all weekend and you guys just start to worry. I joke that I have like a jillion aunties and uncles out there that pop in on us, and grannies and mamas and daddies and all these people, because y'all start checking on us if you get a few days of silence, which is very sweet, and I appreciate the concern. But the event that we had was, we called it our Wilder Still event, and that when we first announced that we were doing Wilder Still, we did a very limited number of tickets to this event that came with a lifetime subscription to Abundance Plus. So we had over 100 people out here. Our first big thing like that we've hosted here at the farm. It went off amazingly. We had an incredible time. And also we had our dear friends Tom and Ashley from Murray McMurray Hatchery here to make a big announcement on a business endeavor we are going on together. So make sure you keep an eye out for the vlog tomorrow, and if you are not already, sign up for our email list. I'll put the links to that as well as Abundance Plus down below so you guys can check those things out. Today, however, though, it is Memorial Day, and I am running out of time to edit that video, so it's gonna have to go up tomorrow. Jeremiah got the milking done this morning, and we are going to a friend's house to go swimming at the lake, celebrate Memorial Day together as a family. Bear, are you being pesky? You can see here our what's left from having this big party here. Ooh, it is hot. Someday I will have all of this on irrigation. We're not there yet. So mostly it's watered by sprinklers and certain things like here back behind the greenhouse. I just water these by hand. Alright, got everything in the greenhouse watered, and I'm going to set the sprinkler up here to water the cottage garden. camera out of the way before I let this loose. Sorry. Nice. Now I just gotta catch it when I can get past it. Alright. I just need to water the plants down in front of the other greenhouse and out in the in-ground. Hey look, the asparagus are sending up more shoots. Nice.
Asparagus.
Asparagus. And none for me.
Don't eat them.
I know it's so tempting to just sneak a couple. I'm not going to. Let them all
here
go
with the black light and find you and stick you off. Stick you in a bucket and feed you to the ducks.
I'll be the pest in the asparagus garden.
You were last time.
So the potatoes are blooming. They were sown in succession, so like these were blooming a few days ago. Now this one is. These are just starting to. Those are obviously quite behind. But you can start harvesting new potatoes a couple weeks after they set bloom. So I peeked down in here the other day, and I mean the potatoes are like this big. So it's not time yet, but we're getting close. Oh, this is actually looking pretty good. Hey, check out those sweet potatoes. They're starting to ramble a bit. That's nice. This is going to be just a field of green. Oh, wait. Where's that other sprinkler? I need to set the other sprinkler up here. It's time to tie these tomatoes up. I pruned them the other day.
Yep.
It's looking good though, huh?
Look at all these squashes.
I know, we'll be harvesting stuck squash in no time.
Like these weren't even here 2 days ago.
Well, they were here. They were just small.
That's what I meant.
They really have taken off. We got a lot of rain this week and it just, oh, for a second I thought our eggs were gone. It exploded the garden. Can't wait for those killdeer eggs to hatch. I'll see them.
Hopefully animals leave their little birdies alone.
Yeah, I think they will. So I need to get the sprinkler in here. All right, so I'm actually having a problem in this greenhouse and I'm gonna show you guys. I get photos like this all the time of people saying, what's going on with these plants? And sometimes when you're troubleshooting, the best you can do is guess. I did use municipal mulch and compost that I just got. Some from an arbor service where they just brought me the chips. Some from a local compost facility where we bought stuff that was marketed as organic, and then some wood chips that we got from like a municipal place. Anytime you are getting anything, soil, mulch, wood chip, whatever it is, for your garden, you can't guarantee that it's not been sprayed with something. Unless you produce it yourself, you just cannot know for sure. Even when people say that it hasn't, sometimes it has. We live in a world with a lot of toxins. I actually do not think the issue in this greenhouse is from the mulch or the soil that we put on. I actually think this is drift that came in the greenhouse, but I am seeing this really intense curling on the top leaves of the tomatoes in here. I mean, it's on all of them, you can see, as well as the peppers. You see this curling and stunting up at the top, as well as the ground cherries. Like, look at these. So sad. I have noticed that it's on some of them here, and some of them are completely unaffected. Now I noticed the ones that are more unaffected are towards the middle. Even with the tomatoes, the one towards the middle look better. I don't know though, like this one's fine on this end. This is why I don't think it was the mulch, because it's the same mulch on all of them. All right, I think I might have accidentally said pesticide damage. This looks like herbicide damage. Maybe I didn't say that. But this looks like herbicide damage. Specifically, there are broadleaf herbicides that get sprayed on hay crops and cereal crops. I'm sure they spray them on other things as well, but they are to kill like native nightshades and plants, which I'm trying to grow these domesticated nightshades. That's what this whole greenhouse is. And when you start to see that curling, that usually is from some sort of exposure to that herbicide. Now, I actually think this may have drifted in because there's none of it on that in-ground garden out there. And it's the same mulch. So I actually believe that this might have drifted. I don't know what could have been sprayed. We live in the middle of pine timber agriculture, so I don't know if something got sprayed. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's not. Maybe there was something in some of this mulch that's affecting some and not the other. Now here's where I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me flack, but I'm getting very brave at saying these things. I'm still gonna eat this food. In my experience, I have experienced this before, where my plants show a little bit of wear. They show a little bit of damage, and they typically come out of it, and they continue to grow, and they continue to bear fruit. If you are uncomfortable with that, of being like, oh, I think these were exposed to something that was poison, and I don't want to eat it, like, I understand that. But for me, I come from a place that, like, I still feel like, even though this might not be the most ideal, that these obviously have some damage, they're still likely going to bear a crop. And if I were to choose to not eat this so that I could then go buy organic produce at the store, how do I know that that organic produce did not have some mild exposure like this? I don't know. And so I still feel like this is the healthiest thing for us to eat. I had somebody ask me, multiple people say, oh, you know that your property has had Roundup sprayed on it in the past and you're still going to garden, or you're not going to let it detox? I mean, what would I eat in the meantime? I would probably be eating something that has had some exposure. So I'm not going to let ideal and best be the enemy of good. This is still good. It's still homegrown food. And I'm hoping that these snap back, and that, I mean, honestly, I hope it's not drift, because if it is drift and it came in damaged, it could come again. It's just this one greenhouse, and it's just the plants on this side of the greenhouse, which is why I kind of felt like maybe it came in somehow, because there's all of these on this side look fine. I don't know. Do you have a thought?
Could heat have done it?
Heat? No, that doesn't look like heat. It's like a very, very intense leaf curl.
That's the only other factor other than drift, because we did plant stuff before the shade cloth got up, so yeah, it could have been too hot. But if that's not what heat all of that damage has come since the shade cloth has been up. It was, they were looking fine before that. Well, we do get a lot of wind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be wind. Like, come look back here.
No, not wind damage, like drift. We get a lot of wind that picks up chemicals and can carry on the wind.
Yeah, we get a lot of wind, especially since they clear cut those trees. And I mean, I don't think they've sprayed anything on that property, but they could have.
They didn't. They'd have to have done it with a plane.
Oh, okay.
And I would have seen it, so no.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on eating it.
You're with me on eating it? Yeah, even the tomatoes, you're with me on eating it?
I mean, we'll make stuff with it.
I know, I'm just giving you a hard time. So I'm going to let that sprinkler run for a little while, move it out here and water all these guys, move it over here and water them, and then we're going to go to the lake. But in the meantime, let's go meet Lady. I really am tickled about all these little asparaguses poking up. I do want to eat them, but I'm going to exercise patience for a healthy asparagus crop of the future. Maya is about to let Lady out in the pasture.
She said actually the movement will help it drain.
Okay. So when Maya went to pick up the horses, he took the trailer and they got Bosco loaded fine, but he is, oh, you measure, horses are measured in hands. Bosco is 15.1 hands and Lady is 16.2?
16.1 also.
16.1. She's pretty significantly taller than him and longer than him. And she was trying to get into the trailer, but she didn't quite have enough head space, and she hit her head and reared up, and she got all flustered, and she ended up kind of cutting her chest. And Jeremiah said, you know, I'll just get a transporter to bring her, who did last night. But we called the vet this morning. He sent a picture of her chest just to make sure we didn't need to do anything for it. And she actually said it looked like it was healing really well, just to keep it clean and keep the flies off it. And she said letting her out in the pasture to move would actually help it drain. So Bosco and Lady do know each other because they came from the same place, but we did not want to put her out in the pasture last night when it was dark, just because she might not be able to see the fence as well. We didn't want her to hurt herself. So she spent the night in a stall, and we're about to turn her out with Bosco. Hey, pretty lady. Jeremiah has a soft spot for this horse. Don't you, sweet Maya? Yeah, this is the first time you've ever had a mare, isn't it? She's so tall. Like, Jeremiah is 6'1", and the top of her head is like higher than his. You're gonna fly spray her before she goes out?
Yeah, it's still packed with the ointment, and I'm gonna wash it out tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna go to the clinic and pick up something
paste.
Basically this whole it's a combination of medicines, ointment.
Yeah.
That one we'll just use it until it's gone. That'll help it heal.
Alright, you want me to get the door?
Yep. The boss is gonna freak out.
Oh, he's gonna be so excited.
Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever really been around a horse this tall. Oh, here he comes. But yeah. She said, back up, buddy. She's got her foot cocked. Yeah, they're not acting like horses that just met.
No, but they just weren't on the same pasture when I went to pick them up.
Yeah.
She seems to have no problem establishing who's in charge.
She's older than him too, and significantly larger. Though size doesn't always matter on horses and like who's in charge, because with the horses we used to have, the like master of the pasture was Luke, and he was the smallest of all of them. But he was the oldest, that's true. She makes him look tiny, and he is not tiny. Are you happy?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be more happy if her chest didn't get injured, but
yeah.
Now that I've talked to the vet, I feel okay about it.
Are you going to be a little helicopter dad?
Probably.
All right, you guys. Feels pretty good, huh, Maya?
Yeah.
It's been a good weekend.
It has been a good weekend.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We hope you have a lovely Memorial Day, and keep your eye out for the next vlog because it's going to be a big one.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy. We bless you guys. Until next time.